Okay, for the next 2 or 3 sessions, we're going to tackle valuation, stock and bond valuation. Then we will do the concept of weighted average cost of capital, cost of equity, cost of retained earnings, cost of bonds, and also we'll do the investment opportunity schedule. Okay, and I'm not sure if you have already been taught how to create the IOS. And then lastly, we'll have the weighted marginal cost of capital. Okay, sige. All right, so whether you have forgotten or not, at least this is a good review for us. And maybe you were not using Excel before when you were doing it. Now we're going to use Excel. So very quickly, how much will this asset be? If you're going to value this asset, you have a finite number of future cash flows. So this will be very easy because you just get the present value, right? I will not anymore discuss this in greater detail because you're supposed to know this already. If the required return is 18% and you have a stream of cash flows of 5,000, in fact, we can consider this as a PMT, then the present value, the price of this asset, okay, I'll just go quickly over this because this is just a review. But this is pretty straightforward. So we use the PV function, you know this. The rate is 18%. NPER is 3 years. We can use the PMT. We can use the PMT of 5,000. Okay, or we can use PMT because you can consider this as an annuity. Okay, and then type is year-end one, so that means this is annuity ordinary, so you can just ignore that. All right. So this is the NPV. Okay, so this is the price of this asset. So the price of an asset is simply the discounted price, the cash flows, the present values of the cash flows, equivalent present values. So this 5,000 for the next 3 years at 18% is equivalent to 10,871.36 now. Okay, and we also know that we can make use of the NPV function, right? Just by way of review. Okay, is equal to NPV. Okay, the rate we know at 18%, comma, values 1 and 2. So we have the values. And this is okay because the NPV is supposed to get the present value from of the future cash flows. So these are all future cash flows. All right, so we should get the same answer. So kindly do that, please, and tell me if you got the same answer as the PMT formula. Okay, yes, thank you, Luis. Okay, how about the others? You should be getting the same value, 10,871.36. There are different ways to compute for the present value. You can use the PV function. You can use the NPV function. The NPV function is particularly powerful if you have a stream of non-uniform cash flows. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for your feedback. Then this should be also 10. Okay, 10,871. Let me just copy the format of this. Okay. Okay, how about this? Okay, this is very easy. How much is 35,000 if the cash flow will be at the end of the 5th year? So this is very straightforward. Okay, can you give me the answer, please? Can you chat your answer, please? 1666, okay. Thank you, Luis. How about the others? Did you get 16663? This is pretty straightforward, class. Dapat no-brainer na sa atin. The others, what did they get? Waiting for the others' response. Okay, same. Thank you, Kim. Okay, Rhea, same. Okay. What formula did you use, Rhea? What function did you use? Rhea, what function did you use? Hello, Rhea? Hello, Rhea? Ikaw na lang, Kim. What function did you use?
Sir, PV din po.
Yeah, PB lang, di ba? Single cash flow lang yan, no? Okay, PB lang. So I will not show that anymore, class. Okay, for this one, you have from 1 to 5, years 1 to 5, 1,500. And then on year 6, you have 8,500. I want you just to use one formula, okay? One formula to compute for the present value of these cash flows. Okay, I'll give you a minute, please. One formula only. And kindly chat your answer, please. You're not getting any answer, please. What did you get? Just one formula. So Luis got 9713.53. Okay, 9713. Okay, how about the others? We'll validate that, Luis. Thank you so much. How about the rest, plus? Waiting for the others. 9713.53 answering Luis. Okay, let's check on the others. What are they getting? Hello? Okay, no answer? Waiting for your response, class. I'll call somebody. Share their video. Okay, James, kindly share your screen, please. Let's see what you did with problem letter C. Let me stop sharing. James? Okay, what's taking so long, James?
Sir, can you see my screen po?
Yeah, I can. Sige, ano answer?
My answer po, sir, is 1,412.26. I use, put PMT. Wait lang, sorry. Should be 10,000, 10,473. I use PV function. Rate, 12%. N per is 6, then PMT is 1.5, and 8.5 is the future value, sir. I'm not
Okay.
sure, sir, for my answer.
10,473. Okay. Luis, kindly share your screen. Tingnan natin kung how you got that answer. Thank you, James.
Sir, kita po ba?
Yes.
And sir, medyo daya, sir.
Sige, sige. Bakit nandaya? Nandaya nga, no? Anong ginamit mo? NPV?
Yes, sir.
Okay, NPV. Sige. So what did you do? You plotted the cash flows, no?
Opo, sir.
Okay. So ilan yung cash flow mo? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then plus. What's that plus one? Hindi ko makita.
8,500, sir.
8,500. Okay, so 1,500 na 5, tapos 8,500. Alright. Okay, sige, sige. Alright, thank you, Luis. Thank you. Let's use a formula. I'm going to use a formula. Sige, thank you for your answers, James and Luis. Let me, okay, let's see. Kasi class, we can use the PV function here. PV function. So this is equal to, let me just put negative PV here. Okay, what's our rate is 12%, right? What's our NPER? NPER is 6, right? Tama. What's our PMT? Class, what's our PMT? Hello, class.
1.5 po.
1.5. Okay. All right. Do you have a future value, class? Do we have one?
8,500.
Okay, 8,500. Kaso, we have a problem kasi our annuity is 1.5 hanggang year 5 lang, di ba? Pero sinasabi natin hanggang year 6. So that means para magkaka-additional tayo ng 1.5 pa na new annuity sa year 6. Kasi ang rate, ang natin N per 6 eh. So are we then saying that our annuity is 1,500 up to year 6? Hindi, di ba? Di ba? So how do we do this? We let the future value be equal to 8.5 minus 1.5, di ba? Ganun lang yung class. Yan. So what's now happening? You have an annuity up to 6 years. Okay yon. Okay, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5 up to the 6th year. And then the future value will just be 8.5 minus 1.5. So that's 7,000. So you treat the 1.5 from the 8.5 as part of the annuity. Okay, and that the balance should be just a single future cash flow. Right? You get the logic here? Kasi hindi pa pwede yung annuity natin, hanggang 5 years lang to eh. We convert it into 6 years kasi kaya naman, di ba? So we get 1.5 out of this and then put it in the annuity, right? So you have now an annuity of 6 years and the cash flow future value is on the 6th year also. So your annuity now is 1.5, still 1.5. Okay, however, your future value now will be 8.5 minus 1.5. We deduct 1.5 from the 8.5 to accommodate the cash flow to be converted into an annuity. All right? So 9713, it's the same as that of Luis. Kaso nga lang yung solution ni Luis, hindi siya yung yung one formula lang. Okay? But this is just a simple trick. Okay, because dapat pareho yung number of years ng natin ng annuity, no? Ngayon, if otherwise class, then otherwise pwedeng ganito. Although this will defeat the purpose, no? So PV rate ng 12%, right? And then N per natin should be 6 minus 1. 5 years lang yung PMT natin. All right? Okay, so that takes care of the annuity. And then plus another PV, rate at 12%, comma, N per is 6 year, comma, no PMT, just the future value there. So we're breaking it down into two cash flows. The PMT, saan yung ano ko, parenthesis? Okay, the PMT, the annuity, this one, but there should only be 5 years. So that's 6 minus 1. And then this one, the single cash flow, which is 8.5, but there should be 6 years. Okay, so Control Enter. Control 1, let me see. Number, 2 decimal places. All right, 9713.52. Okay, same. Whether you consider the 1.5 as an annuity, but only up to the 5th year. And then there's another cash flow on the 6th year, at single cash flow. So you have two present values here. Okay, or as I said a while ago, this is a lot easier because I'm letting the 1.5 to be part of the annuity. Okay, so that will extend up to 6 years, 6th year. And then whatever the balance there is, I'll consider that now as a single cash flow. All right? Okay, which do you think is the easier solution? Class.
The first one, sir.
The first one, no? So, ano lang, no? Kailangan lang ng medyo technique lang sa pag, ano, no? Sa in using your, yan. So this one on the other hand is, and then, okay. So we have here two instances of present value. Okay, is that clear, class? Any questions about that? Any questions? Paki-chat naman please kung clear, kung naintindihan. Okay, good. Thank you. All right, for this one, again, this is just NPV, non-uniform stream of cash flows. Okay, thank you for the feedback. This is just NPV is equal to NPV rate at 14%, comma. Okay, so this starts with at the end of the first year. So this is okay. Values. Okay. Yeah, wala na. Rate and then values. So that's 14,115.27. Okay, or you can get the cash flows individually, the present values. And lastly, class, is this one. What's the value of 300 now? If it's a perpetuity. What is a perpetuity, class?
So it doesn't end, sir.
Yes, doesn't end, correct, no?
Constant.
Tama, no? It doesn't end. Perpetuity yan eh. But we had a similar problem before, di ba? 300, 300, 300, 300. Walang katapusan. So how do you get the present value of that? Recall that, class? What is the present value of a perpetuity? It's equal to? What are you getting, class? I'll give you a few more seconds. We learned a formula for that last time, yung nagka-time value of money tayo. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, correct, Luis. E to the R, P times E to the R. Yung T natin will be, kasi perpetuity yan eh. Sige, so what's the value, class? If it's P times E to the R, anyone please? What's the value? Okay, equal to what? Equal to, what's our P? Our payment or principal, okay, times exponential E to the R. Okay, walang T kasi yung T class, perpetuity to N. Okay, so 300, is this correct, class? So yung 300 ba, equivalent to 345 lang ngayon? Tell me.
Parang hindi siya nagme-make sense, sir. Kasi
It
dapat
doesn't make sense, no?
lower dapat.
Lower? Hindi, kasi maraming 300 dyan eh. So ang tinatanong natin, how much is the value now?
Higher po dapat.
Higher. No, kasi maraming 300 dyan. So let's let's plot it. Tingnan natin ha. So that's from 1 to infinity, di ba? So this is times 0. Okay. Oops, sandali. Time 1, time 2, time 3, etc. No, hanggang time infinite. Okay. 100. Diba? All right. So this is only 23. Dapat continuous pa, no? But let's get the present values of this. Let's see what happens. Let's get the present values. So our formula is equal to, let's put a negative there. There. Twist ko lang yung font. Ay, sorry. 300 pala, no? 300. So this is infinity. No? Tuloy-tuloy pa yan, no? Okay, so we're asked for the present values. So this is equal to, let's get the present value. It's equal to negative PV. Right? What's our N per? 1 above, comma. Sorry. What's our rate? Our rate is this one, 15%. And let me fix this, or fix the column there, because we're going to copy to the right along the row. N per is number of periods is this 1, comma. What's our PMT? Okay, let's ignore the PMT. Ang gamitin natin yung future value na ito. Okay? Future value. Okay. So how much is 300 after 1 year? Okay. How much is it now? So after 1 year, 300, how much is it now? The equivalent is 260. Okay, and if we copy the rest, okay, what do you notice about the present values? What do you notice about the values? I mean,
They're getting smaller, sir.
they're getting smaller, no? They're getting smaller. So, sa year 2, ang present value niya 226 na, no? Itong 300 at year 2, 226 na. Okay, so by the time we get to year 34, 259 na lang, no? So let me copy this. Dagdagan pa natin, no? If you keep on adding the years, practically zero na yung sa year 70, 71, practically the present value of 300 after 78 years is 0.01. Very, very small already. Okay, so this is wrong, no? Kasi these are all present values, eh. Tama ba, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so present value, present value, present value. We will have to add all of this. If you just sum ng lahat ng mga present values natin. Assuming na hanggang 88 lang, ha, kasi halos zero na naman yung mga nasa ano. Okay, it should be around this figure. Around 2,000. Kasi for perpetuity yan, ano? Okay, if I extend a bit, kasi hanggang 88 lang to. Okay. Ito to. Sum hanggang I just added class. J32 until DK32. So it approximates, it reaches this value of 2,000. Okay, so the equivalent 300 pesos every year starting next year, the equivalent value is 2,000. Okay, where did we get wrong here? Class, check your formula. Waiting for your response, class. What should be the correct formula to get it to equate it to 2,000? So dapat 2,000 yan. Okay, anyone please? Waiting for your response, class. About it, class. Anybody? Tingnan nyo yung class yung notes natin. The time value of money. We did this. Class, you can check your notes. Waiting for your response, class. Wala pa rin? Perpetuity. What's the present value of that? All right, sige. I'll leave you guys to search for that. Kasi sinagot na natin yan. No? I want you to, yeah, it involves E. No? The exponentiation. Okay, sige. Let's now go to the next one. All right, so the next part of the next lesson is, okay, bond valuation. Okay, so what's the difference between a bond and a stock? Plus, what's the difference between a bond and a stock?
Bonds are fixed income securities, sir, whereas stocks are ownership of a company that sometimes gives dividends.
Okay, from the perspective of in terms of ownership, what's the difference?
Yung bond po loan lang, whereas yung stock, equity talaga.
Okay, or sa bond, creditor ka, no? Nagpautang ka. Sa stock, owner ka ng ng company, right? Class? Class, 'di ba? Pag bondholder ka, creditor ka, nagpautang ka sa company. Pag stockholder ka, owner ka ng company. No? You own shares of stock. You're an owner represented by the shares of stocks that you have. Okay, is that clear, class? Paki-chat nga please kung clear 'yun. Baka naman class finance. Tapos hindi niyo pa alam yung distinction ng yung bonds at saka ng stocks. I hope that's very clear to us. No? All right. So now there are two types, no? Actually tatlo, no? It's either bonds are selling at a premium, bonds are selling at a discount, or bonds are selling at par value. Okay, so what's the difference between a premium bond and a discount bond? Okay, and how do you determine if it's a premium or a discount? So let's first take a look at this. You have a bond that has a maturity. Ibig sabihin, this could be a newly, but most probably this was a bond that was issued before. No? Okay, so you have an existing bond, and then the face value of that bond is 1,000. The coupon rate of that bond is 8%, and then the current market rate is 12%. Okay, now the question is, what type of bond is this? Is this a premium bond, a discount bond, or a par bond? Class? Class? And then also, how do you compute now for the price of this bond? If you're going to sell this bond, okay, take note, the coupon rate is 8%. The coupon rate is what you find in the quote unquote contract. Okay, in the bond itself, the face of the bond. In the face of the bond, it will state there who the borrower is. Okay, how many years is the duration of the bond, is the term of the bond, and what's the coupon? What's the coupon of the bond? So if the par value is 1,000, it means that you'll be getting 8% of that 1,000, which is 80 pesos per year for 12 years. Okay. Now the question is, what is the price of this bond? If interest is paid annually or semi-annually, and what type of bond is this? All right, I'll give you a few minutes. Okay. To answer that, ano yung price ng bond na to? If it's annual, or if the price of this bond if it's semi-annual. What formula will we use, class, to compute for the price of this bond? Okay, so just to give you an idea, no? Let's plot the timeline. All right, so we have maturity is at 12 years, right? So this is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the timeline. So what are the cash flows involved, class? What are the cash flows involved? You have how much? How much are you getting? Class? Okay. This was actually supposed to have been discussed sa financial management, no? But it's okay if it's not clear to you or you forgot already. But this is very important kasi sa atin ka sa finance, importante yung concept ng valuation. And valuation will be easily computed if we know the cash flow. Kasi ang valuation is dependent on the cash flow. Okay, so let's determine first the cash flow. What will be the cash flow for year 1? Class, cash flow for year 1 will be, hello? Cash flow is, take a look at the bond. May face value ka na 1,000, may coupon. Yung coupon, class, that's the promise of the company to pay. Okay? That's their promise to pay you. So how much, class? How much? Tumatagal tayo. Okay, let's see. So 1,000 times 1.08, Luis. Okay. So So that will be how much? 1,800? 1,080. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that comment. Sige. 1,000 class, yung face value ng bond. Ano yung how much is the promise of the company to pay? Yeah, okay. How did you get 80, Kim? Kim, i-share mo yung answer mo sa lahat. Kim, kindly share your answer to everyone. Yeah, that's why did you multiply 1,000 by 8%?
Sir, kasi yun yung face amount, yung bale yung parang overall amount ng bond.
Overall
Tama po.
amount? Hindi, yun ang contract, parang kontrata, no? It's like, remember, a bond is a contract. A company, the bondholder, the one who borrows the money, will pay you. How much will the company pay you? Well, depending on the par value and the face value of the bond and the coupon rate. Yung coupon rate, yun yung interest na naka-promise dun sa document that the company will pay you. So, Kim is correct, no? Kasi, yung face ng bond natin is 1,000, di ba? How much, so fix natin to. How much is the rate that is to be paid by the company? It's a coupon rate. We call it coupon rate. All right, so naka-fix siya. So the company, we will be paid 80 pesos. 80 pesos for 12 years. Okay? And then, is there any other cash flow, class? Tanggalin natin tong ano. Is there any other cash flow? Waiting for your answer again, class. This is the nature of a bond, class. Any other cash flow? Sa 11. Bakit sa 11? Kim, bakit sa 11? When will the principal be paid? Kasi kung 11, that's 1 year before that the term expires.
Ay, sir, baliktad po pala. Dapat dun sa 0.
Sa 0. So babayaran ka agad yung ano,
Kasi,
1,000?
wait lang. Hindi ako sure.
So we're the bondholder here, no? So we bought this bond, okay, and the company promised to pay us 1,000. Okay? 1,000 yung par value, yung face value at 8%. So that means that we'll be paid 1,000 times 8%. So that's 80 per year for the next 12 years kasi ang maturity 12 eh. Ano pang babayaran sa atin? Yung class, yes, yes, correct. The 1,000 sa year 12. 1,000 yung principal. Yung face, babayaran dito. Okay? So this should be equal to that one plus, add natin dito, plus the 1,000. Okay? So that's 1,080. Diba? At the end of the term, or we can just, okay. I can put 1,000 here. Tapos dito, tanggalin ko na lang dito. Okay? So we have here the 80 annual coupon payments plus at the end of the term 1,000. So the question now is how much is this bond? If you're going to sell this bond, how much are you going to sell it for? Okay, another 1 minute, please. How much, class? So you're a bondholder. You're going to sell this bond, 1960. Kim, paki-share yung answer mo sa ano sa lahat. Wag lang direct message sa akin. To everybody, please. Added everything 1960. Okay? All right. Any other answer? Any comments? So sabi ni Kim, in-add niya lahat. No? Sige. Check natin. So the price daw is equal to sum everything. Okay. All right. Pero class, sorry please, please. Kim, joke lang to Kim,
Sir, yes po.
joke to yung i-joke ko ngayon
Okay,
If you
sir.
answer this way, wag niyo sabihin na teacher ko kayo Bakit Kim? Bakit? James, bakit ko sinabi yon? If you gave this answer to anybody, please don't tell them that I was your teacher. Okay?
Why, sir?
Ano no? Anong buy?
Why po?
Ha? Anong why? Hindi, my question is why? Bakit ko sasabihin yon? So bakit nga ba? Kasi bakit mo sasabihin na I will deny that you were my students? Why? Kim, bakit? Sige, you redeem yourself. Kasi, buti na lang, hindi din direct message sa akin ni Luis. No? Sige, Luis, pakishare yung answer mo. Nakalimutan nyo kagad to class. We have been discussing this for some time. No? Luis, kindly share your answer, please.
Yung formula po ba?
Hindi, yung message mo sa akin.
Time value of money, sir.
Oh, time value of money. Everyone, please. We cannot add the 80 pesos on year 1 and year 2 and year 3. No, we cannot do that. Diba kasi they belong to their different time frames. So that's a violation of the concept of the time value of money. So back to my question. Oh, how much are we selling this bond for? Okay, how much, class? Okay, compute natin. Kasi may cash flow na naman tayo di ba? We can easily compute 752.23. How did you get that, Luis?
PV, sir.
PV. Sige nga, share mo nga yung screen mo. PV natin na natin.
Sir, di lang po ako sure.
Okay lang, sige. It's an opportunity for us to learn. It's okay. Walang okay, that's equal to PV. So the first one is, sige, go to the formula. Ano yung unang-una? Yan, sige, rate. Ano yung rate natin?
Yung required rate po, sir.
12%. Okay, and then, bakit required rate ang ginamit
Number of
natin?
periods 12, tapos
Bakit-
payment.
Bakit ang rate mo ang ginamit mo yung required return?
Kasi, sir, yung hula ko, ito yung current interest rate
Okay?
na
Hindi yung
sa market.
coupon rate ang gagamitin.
Hindi po, kasi kapag coupon rate, yung lalabas,
Pareho lang.
1,000.
1,000. Oh, par lang siya, no? Okay, you're correct. Thank you, Luis, for that. Ang gagamitin class, ang required rate is the prevailing market rate. Diba? Kasi the coupon, when you bought it before, yung malamang yung 8% yan, yun yung prevailing market rate before. Kasi companies would, of course, peg their price, peg their their coupon on the prevailing market rate at that time. So 8%, no, for a bond with a similar risk structure. So therefore, ang required return natin is the 12%. Sige, next. Next is, balik ka dun sa sa formula. What's next? What's your PMT? What's that?
1,000. Yun yung 80, sir. 1,000 times the
Oh,
coupon
okay.
rate.
So kahit hindi mo nalagyan ng parenthesis, no need. Diba? Kasi that will not change it. 80 pa rin naman yan. And then, what next?
Tapos yung future value ng yung payment sa dulo, yung
1,000.
1,000.
Yes, correct. Future value yan, di ba? So may future value tayo. And then take note, class, parehong time frame yan, di ba? Panay ilan? Panay 12. Panay 12, di ba? So yung ano natin, yung annuity, yung PMT, and then the future value are both 12 years. Hindi kasi pwedeng magkaiba yung yung term. Kasi you're just using one term there. All right? So what do you get? Okay. So that's the present value, class, 752.23. What does that mean? That's the price of that bond. Bakit lumiit, class? So practically speaking, may face value ka na bond na 1,000. So how much are you selling that now for? You're selling it for 752.23. Okay, why? Why? Class.
Kasi sir, you have the option to get a bond with a higher rate, yung 12%.
Okay. So, ano ibig sabihin nun? You're selling the bond at a what?
Discount.
At a discount. Bakit? Discounted. Bakit tinatawag na discount? Kasi if you compare that with the face value, okay, so you're selling this to another person, for example, I have this bond, face value of 1,000. Okay, you pay me 752.23. And why will it be attractive to the person? Because at the end of the term of the bond, he will get 1,000, diba? And then plus the interest rates. Tama? Okay? So this bond is selling at a discount. And when will a bond be selling at a discount, class? When is a bond selling at a discount? A bond will sell at a discount when your required return is greater than your coupon rate. Okay? You compare your required return with your coupon rate. If the required return is greater than the coupon rate, then discount bond yan. Kasi, you do it vice versa. Coupon rate, 8%. Required return, 12%. Okay, so that's the bond selling at a discount. Kasi you'll be offering to sell a bond that gives 8%. But the market offers 12%, diba? So parang you will have to sell that at a discount. You cannot sell that at 1,000. Okay. All right. Thank you, Luis. Okay. So what type of bond is this? It's a
Discounted bond.
discount bond. Okay. Discount bond. Now there's this other question. Ano to? What would be the price of the bond if it's semi-annual? So if it's semi-annual, class, the negative PV, let's solve this together in the interest of time. What's our rate? Our rate will be how much, class?
12% over
12%.
12%, no? Semi-annual eh. Diba? So ang frequency natin per year will be 2, diba? Semi-annual. So it will be equal to negative PV. Negative PV. Okay? Ang rate natin is 12% divided by 2. Because interest will be given twice a year, right? So 6%, 6% yun. Our NPER will be 12 years multiplied by 2. So there will be 24 half-year terms, right? Comma, what will be our PMT? Our PMT will be 1,000 multiplied that by 8%, then divide it by 2. Okay, because we're not going to get 80, we're going to get 40 per term. Because we're going to get 40 each twice a year. Right, class? And then how much will be your future value? Still 1,000. Okay? And then type will consider it as ordinary. Okay. So this gave me, oops, should be here. 74899. What's the other one, class? What's the other one?
752.23 po.
752.23. No? So may difference sila kasi semi-annual yung isa. Okay? Is this correct, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So how about this, the next one? Okay, so let's try to finish at least the bond valuation. And then we'll continue with the stock valuation next meeting. Kasi hindi natin siguro abutin yung stock valuation. Let's see. Oh, ito naman, class. Tingnan nyo. Required rate, 8%. Coupon is 9%. Okay? So you're offering to sell a bond that earns 9%. The prevailing market rate is only 8%. So what type of bond is this?
Premium, sir.
Premium bond, okay? Sige, kindly compute for the price of the bond. For both, annual and semi-annual. Okay, so we have Luis answered 1057.47 semi-annual, annual 1057.47, semi-annual 1058.26. Okay, paki-verify nga, class. If you're getting the same answer, same. Okay, thank you, Rhea, same. How about the others?
So it's just the annual for me.
Okay, see this, Gerald.
So trying to solve the semi-annual.
Sige, same ka lang sa annual?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige, good. Good. And then solve the semi-annual, and then I'll request you to share your screen, Gerald.
Oh, okay, I'm done.
You're done? Okay. Sige, I'll stop sharing, and then could you kindly share your screen? Let's see how you arrived at the answer. Okay.
Yeah, here.
Sige, please press F2 and then explain to us.
Wait, what do you?
F2 or Mac ka ba? Command F2 ba or ano? Control F2.
Oh, Control Shift F2 or?
Yeah, sige nga. Yung formula para makita yung yung ano yung
Oh,
wala.
Is there another command for it?
Sige, is equal to formula text na lang.
Okay.
Is equal to formula text.
Oh.
Yan, sige. Pakilakayan na lang yung ano. Yan, sige. Kindly explain your answer.
I just did the same thing as last time, except that I changed it.
What's your go through the syntax, Gerald?
What do you mean?
Ayan, PB. Ano yung C18? Ano yung ano?
C18 is the required rate. That's the rate.
Then go to the formula itself. Go to C18 sa formula mismo. Sige. Wait Kanina nakita yung formula sa ano eh. Sa cell.
Here.
Sige.
Sir, C18 would be the required.
Ayan, yan. Kita yung formula.
Okay, okay.
Si 18
Yes.
is your,
The weight, sir.
okay, wait.
And P is the term that is 8.
Okay,
PMT is the face value, which is 1,000, multiplied by the coupon.
okay,
True value is the face itself.
okay. So you're getting, all right, we're getting a number. What do you notice about the price of the bond? How does it compare with the par value?
Like what do you mean, sir?
How does that compare with the par value of the bond?
Oh, you mean like the face, or
Yeah, the par or the face.
it's higher?
Yeah. Premium bond kasi yan, di ba? Kaya
Okay.
higher yung selling price siya versus the face. The other one, a while ago, it was a discount bond. And that's proven by the present value. The selling price is lower than the face. Okay? All right,
Okay,
good.
sir.
Good. Sige, thank you.
Yeah, I'll stop sharing.
Thank you. Sige. All right, and then last, how about your next problem class? Sige nga, quickly.
1,000, sir.
1,000, yes. Why? Anong klaseng bond siya?
Par value po.
Yeah,
Bond.
par. That's a par bond, no? Par bond because the coupon rate and the required rate are the same. Okay, so this is a par bond. It's neither a discount bond nor a premium bond. It's a par bond. Okay, clear? So when the coupon and the required rate are the same, then you have what we call a par bond. All right? Any questions about that, class? Okay, let's just answer these questions before we go to the problem next meeting. Okay, so the first question here is, what is the common stock value for a constant growth model? So what do we mean by a constant growth model? When you say constant growth model, okay, suppose you have this okay. So either the basis is your cash flow, usually the free cash flow, or your dividends. Okay, so let's assume that we're using dividends. So the dividends now is a certain value D. So next year, we expect that this dividend will grow at a constant growth rate of G, okay, infinitely. So what will be our dividend? This is year 0, year 1, year 2, year 3. What will be our dividend at year 1, class? It will be D times what? 1 plus G, right? Because our dividend will grow by G. So this is what we call a constant growth return. Constant growth, sorry, not return. Constant growth for our dividends. So if our dividend at time 0 is D, next year it will be D times 1 plus G. Correct, class? Correct? Now we're letting it grow by G. 1 plus G. Paki-chat naman please if it's yes. We just increase your dividends by G. Okay, class? Because class, this is just the growth rate. Yeah, G is the growth rate. Correct. Okay. So growth rate yung G class, no? So for next year, since the dividend is D now, next year it will be D times 1 plus G. If we distribute this, it will be G times D times G, right? Because how do you compute for the increment? You multiply the dividend by the growth, okay? And you add it to the dividend. So that will be your dividend for year 1. So for year 2, that will be how much, class? What will be our dividend for year 2, assuming constant growth rate? Anyone? Anyone, please? Year 2, what will be our dividend? If in year 1, it's D times 1 plus G, what will be our dividend in year 2? Once again, you let it grow by G. So what will happen, class? Your dividend at year 1 is already D times 1 plus G, right? If you let it grow again by G, then it's as if you're multiplying it again by 1 plus G, right? Whatever your dividend in year 1 is, you multiply it again by 1 plus G to carry the growth rate, right? So this becomes D times 1 plus G squared. Okay? All right, for year 3, it will be D times 1 plus G raised to the 3rd power, etc., etc., etc. Now, given this unending stream of cash flows, of these dividends, ang tanong, how much is the present value of this? Kasi yan hinahanap natin eh. How much is the value of these stocks that gives these dividends for infinity? So that's what the first question asks. And then this one, what is the common stock value for a zero growth rate of dividends? What does that mean? Zero growth, ibig sabihin nun, class, is yung G mo, zero. Zero growth, no? So pag zero to, ano ibig sabihin nun? D times 1 plus 0. So D lang din yun. Ito 1 plus G squared. So 0 din to. So D lang siya. So it will be constant dividends. D hanggang dulo. Okay, and does that look familiar, class? Doesn't that look like this one? Diba? Yung hindi niyo pa sinasagot sa akin, ito. Diba? Ayan, no? Yung 300 up to infinity, 300, 300, 300, 300, 300. Kasi similar dito yan, class, no? Zero growth dividend. Okay? And then we're asked, what is the common stock value for constant growth rate? So yung present value hinihingi sa atin. Ganun din for zero growth rate. Okay? All right, how is the value of a company determined through free cash flow? Okay. All right, so these questions we're going to answer next meeting. Okay, so we're going also to do this model, and then we will go to weighted average cost of capital, compute for WACC, and then we'll go to IOS, and then compute for the weighted marginal cost of capital. Okay, so that will take care of this portion of our lesson in FINMODE, and next after this will be yield curve. Okay. All right, are there any questions, class? Any questions?
Sir, may questions po ako for yung sa assignment po for later po.
Oh, sige.